Today we're going to do a couple of macro coils on the Freakshow RDA. Alright guys, here's the Freakshow. I already have the deck cleaned and prepped and ready to go. I'm going to be using 22 gauge Canthal and a 7/64 screwdriver. I'm going to make 2 macro coils and I'm going to do 6 wraps each. This is my second one. This 22 gauge Canthal is extremely simple to shape. So now all I'm going to do is just run this through the eyelets on the RDA. Okay, so this is what I've got currently. As you can see, my posts are through the center post right there, and they're laying side by side. That's exactly what I want. I'm going to pull these up and tighten them down. I'm going to have a little bit of room to shove my coils over because I don't want them sitting right on the edge. And this 22 gauge Canthal, you can tighten it down nice and tight. Now I just need to cut off these excess leads. You want to get these nice and close. Then I'm going to come back in with my 7/64 screwdriver here, and I'm going to shove these over. Okay, so far we're working with that right there. I want to have them just at the edge of the hole right there. And I'm doing that because of how I'm going to wick it. I've made coils on this where they sit like directly in the center. And I put like a little bend in the edge of the wire, and then it'll actually sit dead in the center, but it doesn't seem to work as well or as efficient as this method right here. So now I'm going to pull this off of here and toss it on the ohm reader and see what we've got. 0.17. I still have to set these coils, and this RDA doesn't have an adjustable 510, but it does protrude out far enough to make connection on this simple mod. Got a Samsung 25R battery, positive side up, negative side at the bottom. Now I'm going to pulse this just to try to get these coils heated up. I'm going to come in with my pliers here. I'm going to give them a squeeze. And this is what I was talking about earlier. This is why it didn't matter if I made these coils perfectly straight right from the get-go, because I can straighten them up right here. And with this 22 gauge Canthal, it makes it really simple. Okay, let's wick it up. This cotton bacon right here comes in little strips. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these and find what I think is going to be a sufficient amount. Probably about like that. I'm just going to pull this off all the way down. That should be enough for both coils. All I do is take my fingers and just kind of go back and forth and lightly fluff it up. And then I'm going to take this entire thing here. I'm going to rip it right in half. And this will be enough for my 2 coils. So now we need to make a little point. Same thing over here on this side. Now I'm just going to cut these off flush with the edge of the base here. This side I'm going to cut probably a little tiny bit shorter. I want to cut just about even with the base. And then over here on this other side, because it's over towards the base a little further than this side is, I'm going to cut this side just a little bit shorter. Then same thing over here on this side, about even with the base. And then this side here is going to be just a little bit shorter. And when it comes to this stuff, I don't try to be perfect. I mean, you know, I'm just going to push this back in, and I just want to fill that little, there's like a little area right there, a pocket if you will, and you just want to get cotton down in there. And then this side I'm going to fold under and then push it in there and tuck it back to get that pocket filled over here on this opposite side. And so that's pretty much how I do it right there. Let's go ahead and put some juice on here. I think what I'm going to go with today is going to be this chocolate custard. I'm going to pop it on the tops of the coils here. And then we're going to give it a fire. Just kind of pulse it, and it'll pull that juice right into the coils. And you got to be careful with the Freakshow. You can over drip this thing extremely easy, and then what ends up happening is it goes down them holes and it comes out the bottom down here and leaks on you. Yeah, so this thing's rocking out, man. Before I put this up to my face, I want to check the ohms again. Now that the build is complete, see what we ended up with. So we got a perfect 0.2 ohm coil, so not bad. Looks a little funky on the Titan, but that's alright. This particular RDA, it does work very well, and the flavor and vapor production on this device is just amazing, man. It's fantastic. Okay, guys, that's going to be it for this build. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Till next time, take care and happy vaping.